Okay, I went up and talked to the guy and was like, hey man, could you turn your music down?
He did, he went right up to him. I was like, I can't watch this.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
It's a bright and happy Sunday here.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, guys. We're about to go into our church and serve. It's gonna be great. After that, we're gonna go spend some time with my mom. Then we're gonna just maybe try to relax some point today, maybe.
Who knows? We'll see.
We'll find out.
Hi.
What's up?
It's a busy day.
Oh, so busy.
We're leaving. So many people, but it's great. It's a great problem thing to have.
1,200 people.
Woo!
And just our service.
Just his service.
Ah.
Just my service. It's my service too.
Yep.
Anyway. All right.
Now we're gonna do lunch.
So originally we were going to have lunch with my mom for Mother's Day. I called her to make sure that she still wanted to do that, and she said that last night was a rough night because one of their dogs was sick and throwing up, and he's okay now, but they were up all night, so she got like no sleep. So I told her that's fine, we could just do it another night.
We rescheduled.
Yeah, we rescheduled. I told her that we were still gonna treat her though, even though it wasn't technically Mother's Day though. She always treats us because she's so sweet. So
we gotta celebrate Mother's Day.
Yeah. So
and you celebrate your mother's any day though. Every day. You're supposed to do it every day.
Every day.
Every day.
So now we decided that we're gonna go eat at a place that we've been to once before. It's called Mafiosa's. They sell pizza.
Pizza, more pizza.
More pizza. But we found that they have a paleo menu, so
it supposedly says online that they have one. We're gonna go in and just check the menu. If not, I think there's a few places that we could maybe walk to that might have some options.
Over here in Crestline Village.
Crestline, this is the fancy area.
One of the fancy areas.
I like to come here and pretend like I'm fancy.
I know. You look fancy.
I do not. I don't look fancy. Like, oh my goodness.
You look great.
I look like as he put it this morning, I walked out and was like, does this look okay? He's like, yeah, you look like you're about to go on safari.
I was like, I don't know.
Then it doesn't look good. I don't want to look like I'm going on a safari.
I meant like a really rich woman going on an African safari with her husband who's a billionaire. That's me.
George.
That's me.
Please, get the dune buggy ready. We're time for our safari.
I don't think rich millionaires.
I want to see giraffes.
What did you say? A dune buggy? They say.
Sorry, fire up the wagons.
No. Get the trucks ready. And it's not them. It's the Jeep. But like the safari guides do that.
I do realize that.
At this point,
facetious.
At this point we're billionaires. They handle that stuff, you know? We don't worry about that stuff.
At this point we're billionaires?
Yeah, if we're on a safari.
People will go on safaris that are not billionaires.
I know, but I said I was a billionaire.
Okay, we're gonna go eat. It is now 8:45. Quite some time has passed. Let me tell you what we did when we got home. First of all, lunch was amazing. We were gonna go back there so many times. The paleo menu is small, but my goodness, it's fantastic. My meal is fantastic. Randy's meal, I don't like mushrooms, and his dish was just full of mushrooms. But they were seasoned and cooked so well that I can't even explain it. They were the best mushrooms I've ever had in my entire life. And I'm not even exaggerating because I really hate mushrooms, so I don't eat them that much. I try them often. But anyway, we got home from our amazing lunch and we watched documentaries in bed. And then I think I took an hour nap, hence the nap pair. And we've just been in bed. We got up to get an apple or two and we got back in bed. And it was glorious. It was absolutely glorious. Now, however, we're about to go do some investigation work. We have had a neighbor that's been sitting out in his car for the last hour and a half, listening to his music extremely loud. So we're gonna go just happen to glance at who it is, see what car it is, and maybe shoot an email to the apartment office tomorrow and just complain a little bit, because that's obnoxious. I'm sorry, you don't get that privilege ever to sit in your car and listen to music obnoxiously loud.
No, we pay too much for that mess here.
No. So, That's the next adventure. I'm really sad to leave the bed though, for real.
Okay, I went up and talked to the guy and was like, hey man, could you turn your music down?
He did, he went right up to him. I was like, I can't watch this.
I mean, people are nice, you know?
Some people are nice. Some people are not nice.
You just gotta, you know, I was very kind. So, hey sir, can you turn your music down a little bit? We live, you know, pretty close to here, and it's just, we hear...
You can hear every single word.
I said we're hearing every beat, and while the beats are very nice, and we like the beats, could you just turn it down a little bit? And he said, oh yeah, sure. And he turned it down right away.
Oh, I had no problem. That's the way to do it.
So...
Gotta be nice. And sometimes if you're nice, though, it still doesn't work out.
No, but you can ask. You never know unless you ask. Oh, it's so quiet now, and I enjoy it. Listen, I know you're gonna think like I'm an old fidgety man or something who like hates loud music. That's not the case. We were seriously like just laying in bed, and you could hear in the background like just this boom 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 boom, and it was just like constant for an hour and a half. Now granted, our little documentaries or shows or whatever we were watching were covering up the noises for the most part, but you could still hear it in the silent part. It was, anyway, point being, when I walked up to him, it was blaringly loud. Like, I think he was just sitting in his car, like, cleaning it for an hour or two. But at the same time, like, man, how can you, like, listen to your music that loud in your car, like, with everything open in an apartment complex, with your neighbors, like, right there? If I would have been one of his neighbors, like, his direct neighbor, instead of just, like, in the distance, man, I'd have been like, what are you doing, man? Turn your music down. I mean, what are you doing? Anyway, and he was very nice, but he was also surprised that it was that loud. And I'm like, it's pretty loud. Anyway, I'm very thankful that he was a super nice guy and turned down his music. And, you know, it kind of made me think about, like, if you don't ask, then you'll never receive. That is a great point, you know. I think it applies in so many areas of our lives. It applies in relationships, it applies in jobs, so many things. And I would just encourage you that if you want something in this life and you know how you can get it, you know, seek it out and try for it and ask. Ask for it. It won't always work. In fact, it may not work a lot of the time. But I guarantee you this, if you never ask, you'll never receive it. Or at least you know exactly what you want. You know, don't read too deep into that. I'm just trying to say, you gotta ask for things if you want to receive them. Okay, this is a really dumb example, but I'm gonna use it real quick. Our cat Roland loves the water faucet, and he always like drives me insane asking for me to turn it on so he can drink from it with his paw. Every time I go to the bathroom, he's like, meow, 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 just meowing, trying to get water. If he would never meow, I would never turn it on. So I always turn it on because he's meowing and wants it, which is probably teaching him a bad habit, but anyway. Okay, all that aside, the guy turned his music down and we're happy, and because of that, I think we're gonna go to bed. Because now we can go to sleep.
We're happy?
No, because we don't have to hear boom, 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 boom. Actually, I want to hear that and let Anna drop a beat. Go for it, girl. Drop your beat.
How do I do that? One day, I'm gonna be the raddest, hippest, beatboxing chick around. I've gotta have lessons first.
Micah would say boots and cats.
I can do that. I do that with Sweet Girl all the time, and it makes her smile. Or I can get my sweet nanny girl to smile, so there. See, that sounds like mine though. Doesn't it? Doesn't it?
You be the judge. Thank you.
Fine, I'm not the greatest.
Oh, you're great. Thank you guys for watching.
Failure.
Hope you guys have enjoyed your ride and Anna's beatboxing and my crazy dialogue.
It'll only get better with time.
Yeah, definitely. So we'll talk to you guys soon. We love you guys.
God bless.